straight, because for some of you, it may actually not be totally clear who our guest of honor is. And so among the facts are that the original Lucy Berton was born on October the 12th, 1921. And she was born in Dawson City, which is a matter of great pride to her, because she was the envy of her famous brother for all his life, because she was born in Dawson and he was born in Whitehorse, which is far less romantic than where she's from. And she, of course, grew up in this once thriving gold rush town, which became kind of a ghost, and everybody knew each other. It was bitterly cold, but she didn't know that because she hadn't lived anywhere else. They had a husky dog, which is romantic in itself. Yeah, 2 husky dogs, that's right. And at a relatively young age, she and her rather amazing family, her amazing father and her also famous mother, Laura Beatrice Berton, and her somewhat famous brother, floated down the river from south of Whitehorse all the way to Dawson City in an open or partly open boat. Was it completely open? That's even more amazing. Camping along the way, and then the rest of life happened for her. The Great Depression, moved to Victoria, went to UBC, joined the Players Club, met a guy named Jeffrey Woodward, and by 1950 they were married.
He tells her, "Oh, my divorce came through."
And in 1952, no heckling, please. In 1952, they had a kid who they imaginatively named Berton. And so this brings us to maybe what Mom is like, because my earliest memory of her.
Don't forget the other kid, by the way.
We're only in 1954. No heckling, please.
It's all about me.
My earliest memory is when I was 2½, looking out a window and seeing in the park across the street, this is in West Point Grey, a man running a motorized plane on a wire, which of course was totally fascinating to me as even a 2½-year-old boy. And right beside me was my mother, pointing it out, because this is my mom. She, for the rest of my life, I would say, pointed out fascinating things. She is really the one who fed my curiosity, who really just was a really interesting person to know. And,
really?
by the way, in 1957, she pointed out another fascinating thing. My younger sister brought that one home, and so I immediately set about torturing that sister. And my mom was always very good about stopping that. I have no idea why. I got there first. At any rate,
You identify, Abby.
it was a great time with my mom, who as I say, I've always seen as a friend. Time moves on, however, and Mom herself is one who once remarked to me, and I feel like it's been echoed a couple of times in this room today. She said, there's a very short window in your life when some of the most memorable things in your life happen, and that's the time you spend as a parent.
No kidding.
And so that window began to close, and I fluttered off, and Paige fluttered off, and so for Mom and yeah, that's right. And so for Mom and Jeff, the next move was to the Miami Beach of British Columbia, also known as White Rock. And now there's the thing that many of you know about my mother is that she's a very active person. She likes to be busy. She likes to be doing things. And after all, she is the author of 2 books, and as well as a great many newspaper columns and a great many press releases, and has been a huge supporter of the arts through her life. But in White Rock, once she was rid of the kids, she was really able to plunge into what I think has been her first love all her life, which was painting. And if you've been to her house in White Rock, you'll see that every wall is covered with her work, most of which was done in that period. But I also have some very valuable ones on my wall that were done in earlier times. Gabriola Island being one of the subjects, a painting I grew up with, and still see more stuff in it every day. What those paintings tell you is about the rich inner life, I think, that my mother has. She's always been someone. She is very much an individual and an individualist. Sometimes you could say she lives in splendid isolation in White Rock. At times we've called her the hermit of White Rock. But what we do know is that she's very at home with herself and her fabulous view, because above all she's a lover of beauty, and that's what I think has been a big part of her life. And of course she was an artist as well in raising Paisley and me. We count ourselves as her greatest creation. So I would ask you to raise your glasses to my friend and my mother, Lucy. Now we have a lot of people who want to do presentations today, so we'll probably need to break them up so that some of you people can actually eat, and people will be able to get to ferries and such. So just before the food, I wonder if the Berton girls, are they prepared?
Or do you want to wait till after dinner?
They are?
No, they're ready.
Okay, they're ready. So we will have...
Are you a member of this group?
Yeah,